how are you supposed to write a bio when you don't have any writing or author cred? Fine. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Autumn Bardot, and here you will find author tips, writing tools, and maybe even a little bit of inspiration. Today we're going to talk about writing a bio when you don't have one. Yes, I know you actually have a bio, but not like author cred or writing cred. When you're just starting out and you still have to come up with that bio, it's a little bit depressing. But don't worry, I have some tips to help you get through it. My first bios on Instagram and Facebook and my author page were horrible. Like I just didn't have any author cred. All the advice that I read about and Googled about said the same thing, which was give them your accolades and everything that you've published and your awards. And I'm thinking, I don't have any of that. Yes, I did have cred. I had degrees, but that didn't apply to authoring or writing a novel. I hadn't written an article. I hadn't been published. So the advice just really didn't work for me. And really, the advice kind of didn't do much for my already fragile author ego. Awards? I'm supposed to have awards? We're going to look at 3 different bios today. One for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just the short little bios. One for your Amazon author page for when you publish your first book. And the third is a bio for your query letter if you're querying. Before we get started, you don't need paper or pen. I'm going to have all of this information on Club Autumn. That is my Facebook group page. So if you're not a member, go ahead, and there's 2 little questions I ask you, and then blang, you're in, and then you're going to get all of the information on my YouTubes in really short, concise Word documents. You just hit file and they're all there. So you don't have to even take any notes. Back to bios. We'll do the short one first. That's for Twitter, Instagram, the really short ones where you only have limited amount of spaces. You want your name. Well, duh. You can also put author at the end if you want. It helps with the algorithms. I don't suggest putting it in the front because if people remember your name, they're not going to type author first and then your name, they'll type your name. So if you're going to put author in, put it on the backside. Identify your genre or genres. You also need your overall values or goals. Or a statement that describes you. Living life, yeah, overdone. Anything my superpower, overdone and cliche. Same goes with my spirit animal is warrior or ninja. Overdone, overused, cliche. Saying you're a wannabe author sounds kind of sad. Saying you're an aspiring writer sounds weird because are you aspiring to be a writer or are you aspiring to be an author? There's a difference. Also, aspiring? No, you're not aspiring. You're gonna do it. Just write writer. The next, you want a skill, a talent, or hobby that you can kind of say in a fun way. For example, knitting stories into romantic blankets. That was really corny. Cardiologist writing romance with heart. You get the picture. You're the wordsmith. Craft something kind of cool, fun, and memorable. Your brand or motto if you have one. Mine is stories about fearless women and dangerous passions. For my other nickname, I just say very novelicious. You also want your website or Facebook page. Or if you've already put the book up, I like to just take the link right to my Amazon page because that way, bam, they're right on my Amazon page. It opens up with all of my books and it's easy for them to go, ooh, I think I'll buy this one and this one and this one. Well, that's the hope. For the social media, you don't need complete sentences because you only have a certain amount of spaces, so you can keep it short. The second bio we'll do is the one that goes on your Amazon author page. That one you want to keep in third person. Actually, you don't even need your name because they just open up a little space for you when you just start writing. You don't need the author part here because that's kind of obvious. You want your genre or genres. When you discuss your genres, you don't want to say amazing historical fiction because it just sounds pretty editorial, but you can add an adjective that actually describes the tone of how you write. So something like quirky or sassy or dark or mysterious, sinister, comedic, an adjective that actually describes the genre that you write. The next one is a degree, but here's the thing. Unless you have like a really impressive degree, that sounds really snobby or pompous, doesn't it? And you'll get what I'm trying to say here in a minute. If you have a degree that matches your genre or is relevant to your genre or writing, sure, put that in. I left out my teaching degree, my credential, and my master's. But I did, however, put that I have taught writing and literature for 20 years. Once again, if you have a master's or a PhD in history and you're writing historical fiction, you're on it. Identify your day job if you want. Just don't say teacher by day, author by night, because you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's overdone. By the way, mom is a job. It is. You also can identify your passions and your interests and your hobbies, other than reading, because once again, that's pretty obvious. Keep it short. You like to travel, you're a spelunker, diver, fisherman, jewelry maker, whatever it is that you like. It helps the reader connect with you a little bit. You also can put in your overall goals or values, or a statement that describes you. Once again, living life, yeah, no. Anything superpower, all of that stuff, that's a big no. Third one is the professional bio for the query letter. Now, purpose is important in all of these. They all have a slightly different purpose. And so the purpose for the query letter is going to be different than the Amazon author page or the short little bio for your social media. An agent doesn't want to read through a bunch of stuff that is not relevant to what you are bringing to the genre or to the publishing world. You want to have something that is specific and unique to you. And that could be things in terms of gender, religion, culture, experiences, sexuality. Agents are always on the lookout for unique perspectives and experiences. So if you have that, that's the time to put it in. The next thing you want in a bio for a query is any professional degrees that you may have. And because this is not about your cred or your awards, we're going to skip all of that, right? So yes, your bio will be short, but that's okay. My last line is where I live and my job. And if you don't have a job, that's okay too. Here are two quick examples. I am a paralegal in Southern California. Okay, I'm actually not a paralegal. That was just an example. I live in Texas with my husband, 3 horses, and 4 children. Also, I don't live in Texas and have horses. Short and sweet for the new writer who doesn't have all the accolades, awards, speaking gigs, and all of that stuff. That stuff will come. Sometimes it comes fast, sometimes it takes forever. But for the very first bio, what is unique to you? You want to bring that to the table. Keep it short. I wrote a bio for Twitter or Instagram that is super, super short. Jessica Smith writes romantic comedies with a mother's soul and a comedian sass. She loves chocolate labs and chocolate ice cream. 21 words. You could put that anywhere. It's still interesting and it's not cliche. I checked out a lot of bios while I was in the bio process. I still check out a lot of bios. So check out your favorite authors, check out authors in your genre, see what they're writing. You're not copying it, but it's great to get ideas. You're bringing you to possible readers. You're bringing you to other people on social media, and you're showing an agent what you've got. I hope you join me next week when we discuss what I put in a character chart. You might be surprised. Once I fine-tuned my character chart, it really helped me with my book and character growth. So that'll be next week. Before we go, 2 things. Make sure you hit that subscribe and notify button. The notify button doesn't notify you on email. It notifies you whenever you are on YouTube. There's a little bell sign up there and it'll have like a 1 or a 2 and it will tell you if somebody posted a new YouTube. So it's not like you're getting email notification. And also the more subscribers I have, it works with the algorithms and helps me put out my free content to all the new writers. Second, I am having a contest all through February until March 1st for this fabulous goddess necklace. So share and tag me so that I know and I can add you to the draw. It's to celebrate my urban fantasy comedy drama, Goddesses, Inc. You know what I'm going to say next. Dream, create, and embrace. Bye-bye.